It's dark and early. We're duck butchering today, my very first time. So I'm very excited, also very anxious, but overall excited. You excited too?
Yeah.
The kids are excited too. We're up early because we want to get all our chores done before a very early butchering start, 7 a.m. Hey Jonah, did you start the scalder?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was gonna go and do that.
Let's do that now. They say ducks can be difficult because they can be hard to pluck. See, one of the keys is in the scald, so we want to make sure that we get that turned on. Oh, it didn't turn on.
That's because of the breaker. We used the breaker. Whoa! Oh! I just
Unplug the fence and plug the scalder in.
Whatever.
Okay, he plugged it in, but still not turning on. There it goes. I'm hoping there's water in there. There's no water in there. You're not supposed to turn that on without water. The ground feeling it. Okay, we got water in it. Enough to turn it on, get it warming up. Good deal. You're getting over nice? The sun's starting to finally come up. That's nice. There we go, shavings in the trailer. Yeah, just spread that out real light because there's only 20 of them. Real light. Gideon, this is a good job for you. Very good job. Got lots left over. They're all big enough to where they jump over anyway. You guys ready to go out today? Hopefully this afternoon. The ducks are graduating high school. The sea monsters are gonna graduate kindergarten. Okay, we've got to get in this tiny gate. You think we can fit? I know Sally can fit. Can the trailer fit? You think we can herd them in the trailer? They do herd. I guess we could try it. They're different than chickens. Turkeys for sure. You need me to reposition then?
I could go and make some slack.
Yeah, you could do that. Pull the shawl forward and then you can get some slack. Alright, you think that'll work?
I'll stand here.
Somebody stand? I wish we had a little something here like a pig board. Here we go. Try number one. They're doing it. We just had to get some in. And they're doing it.
Geese are about to fall out.
Alright, yeah, we'll get the goose out. Yeah, that's a goose right there. Hand it out. There you go. Bring it over. Bring it over. Hey, good morning. Our trainer just got here, Ben, from Dawnbreaker Farms, right?
That's right, yeah, good
Okay.
morning.
Good morning. We saw him on the tour in Raleigh, near Raleigh.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Are these cones big enough?
Should be fine, yeah.
Or little, too little?
Yeah, this one might be too small, but I think these ones would be good.
Okay.
These three.
Okay.
Which will be plenty for...
Yeah, I think this is a small and these are large.
Uh-huh.
All right. We're just waiting on our, you wanted that to be 138?
That's correct.
Okay, we're 4 degrees away, buddy.
Cool. I'll be ready in no time.
What are they eating?
Wood chips.
Well, at least you're not stressed out. I think what I'm most nervous about is if you, there's a window apparently to harvest ducks. Before they get their pin feathers, and then during the pin feather growth, and then after all that. So that's why we're butchering at 7 weeks instead of 8 weeks, just to make sure we get before those pin feathers come in, because we definitely didn't want to grow them to like, I think it's like 16 weeks. All right, show us how it's done, Ben.
I mean, you probably noticed about like a duck, they have very tender feet. And so like with a chicken, I usually grab them by the foot. But with a duck, if you grab them by the foot and hold them hard, you tend to break the feet. So I like to grab it by the neck and then kind of hold it down. Big wingspan compared to a chicken, but the wings just kind of go fold right in.
Next up.
Yeah, so we're gonna scald it. Scalder I'm used to is a rotary scalder, so this will be a learning experience for me. But I started off doing hand dunking with chickens, so. But tell me if my skills need a little changing.
Are the feet like chickens and we save them for broth?
Absolutely, yeah. How do you scald?
So you can go ahead and dip them with that fork.
Ah, perfect.
Let it all go in there. We also have a hot glove.
Do you have any soap? Do you use any? You ever use soap?
We don't with chickens, but we can with these guys if you want.
I always do. It's usually a good idea. It helps penetrate.
Okay. So with or without soap?
Yeah, I think that would, especially
soap's
with
extra special for ducks.
I think so.
We get away with it without the with chickens.
You do, but yeah, you definitely get a better. I think especially with ducks. Remember that a duck is waterproof by its very nature.
Yeah.
And so it needs to be, you know, the soap helps to penetrate those waterproof feathers. Now we're getting it in between a molt, so they're not as waterproof as they would be, say, in 10 days or so. But you can actually see here, sorry, you know, that it's going through a molt right now on the breast. So,
okay,
should be good timing.
And a molt means they're growing in feathers?
Yeah, it means that they're growing in their pin feathers.
So you tugged at that and it didn't come.
Yeah, but ducks are always, so like on a chicken, when you pull the tail feather or the wing feather, it comes out really smoothly.
Yeah.
On a duck, it is always a little harder. Do you want me to put these in here?
That's fine.
I mean, they're coming out all right. Let's try it. I'd rather underscald than rescald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'd rather underscald than rescald.
Then
so
overscald.
You wouldn't want to, oh, okay.
I'd rather underscald and rescald than overscald and have issues.
Could you put it back in if it doesn't work?
Yes. Again, ducks are really hardy in processing.
Okay.
They can really take a beating.
Okay. So.
And I think especially like these first ones as we're figuring out systems and the different infrastructure.
That's not funny, is it? We cannot pluck ducks by hand. Oh no, he didn't plug it in. Okay, good. All right, that's not funny.
That would have been a lot more. I mean, you can do it. It's just tedious. See? I don't think it doesn't seem to be tumbling on the backside.
Definitely need to scald it more.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Back in the scalder.
I think, you know, every single time that we process ducks, it is always a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they are, you know, their feathers are going to be affected by, you know, weather, humidity, rain, heat. I was even telling Salem on the way here that maybe even like the elevation might affect them. So like on a processing day, it usually takes us a couple to figure out the way to get them that day. We have to adjust the scalder a degree or two, or timing a little bit.
All right, try number 2.
Yeah, so the feathers are coming out a lot easier.
It had plucked some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's got a good start, so those feathers come out.
It's coming out a lot easier this time.
Yeah.
So you just have to go a little longer.
Yeah, and like like for us, when we do a chicken, it's a 60-second scald on a, you know, timer rotary. On ducks, we do 2 minutes and 40 seconds. In our system, we scald for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and then we pluck for 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a long time in the plucker.
So they can take a beating in the plucker.
They can really take a beating.
The chicken would be torn to bits right now.
It would totally torn to bits. The ducks, you just keep going.
It looks like it worked.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes. Who said ducks was hard to pluck? A little bit on the belly.
Yeah, and so like there's always going to be some of this stuff.
Right off.
Yeah. There's always going to be some of this stuff Rarely do they ever come out fully clean like a chicken.
Okay.
Underside of the wings, that's usually a tough spot. And so what we do is we actually have a table that we just have 2 or 3 people just sitting there plucking ducks all day, just doing this. And I brought a couple tools as well that we like to use for this exact purpose. Sometimes it's just good with a hand, but I also left. You can see actually we did over scald it a teeny tiny little bit. I brought a couple tools. So this one is an oyster knife, and what you can do is if you slide it under the feathers. On this one, I think the hand is just best, but if you slide it under the feathers and then use your thumb, you can kind of lift feathers out.
But that would be if there were maybe more feathers.
Yeah, if there were more feathers.
This
and they don't always come out as clean. You know, every time you do ducks is a little different. And then this is more for like, if you're trying to get a single feather. There's a really stubborn pin feather.
Over here, I guess.
I mean, I'll show you an example of how this is used. It might be a better example later, but if you've got a stubborn pin feather, we'll just pretend this is more stubborn than it is. You just grab it and pull it out.
Oh, nice.
Especially like on a chicken, or even on a duck, you'll see you'll have a pin feather here on the tail.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if you want to grab that feather.
What's that tool called?
These are called catfish pliers.
Okay. Are they for?
Yeah, I think they're.
Are they for something else or for this?
I think they're for for like taking off scales on catfish.
Oh.
But they work really well for this purpose. So, but I think in general the best way, like once you have a duck like this, is just to go and get it by hand. And
are those pin feathers?
No, this is just fluff.
And it's not the end of the world to eat that, is it?
No, and like when we're doing ducks, like we're not gonna, like when we're doing chickens, we want no feathers at all.
Yeah, you're selling them.
Yeah, but with the duck, it's like they're gonna be there. And we're doing several hundred ducks in a day, and we don't have the time to slow down and just get every single feather.
Yeah.
For today, if you guys want a perfect duck, we can totally do that. Chefs don't care. These are gonna cook right off.
That's true.
And you're not even gonna notice it. So it's more your appearance than anything.
Okay.
Is butchering it just like
getting
a chicken?
it clean, making sure none of them are dirty.
Is butchering it just like a chicken?
Yep, exactly like a chicken.
Really? So you go from this, you go from in here.
Yep.
So you just said if we would have waited 8.5 weeks, these would be full-blown feathers, and these would be harder to get out then. But right now they're just little tiny.
Yep. They'd be
they're
really
gonna burn
deep
off
there.
in the cooking.
You'd have to pull every single one out individually or use wax, and the whole breastplate would be covered in these little pin feathers.
Oh my gosh.
And we've seen that before. And if someone brings us a duck that looks like that, we just that's on them, and we just send it to them like that, and you know that's not our responsibility.
You're talking about if you're processing it for them.
That's right.
So you cut around the neck.
I make a cut around the neck. And then with a duck, it's kind of fun.
Pull the skin right off.
Yeah, you can pull the skin just right off of it, and the head it just comes off like a t-shirt.
Okay.
And then you can just twist the neck. Usually.
Or you could use
those shears.
Stainless steel shears.
Perfect.
Wow, that's a pretty tough neck.
Yeah.
Just like a chicken.
Just like a chicken.
Cutting at the joint.
I broke my neck.
And then the oil gland.
Oh, you cut backwards on that. That's neat. You cut up from the tail on the oil gland. And then out. Boy, it's fatty.
Oh yeah. Is this your trash or is that
No, there
safe
should be buckets here for trash.
This skin is like gold.
Uh-huh.
So if you put this, if you render this down.
That can be here.
Yeah.
This is like everything we're gonna save. The heart, the liver, all that.
And then
the legs. Look at that.
It looks like that's like a
So much fattier.
Yeah, it's a lot fattier. You can feel the fat in here.
Really going for it. Gizzard, just like the chicken.
So it's just like a chicken from here. I think the ducks in a lot of ways are easier than a chicken.
So you reached up under and just pulled it all out.
Yeah.
All right. And then you left the intestines hanging. I'm just narrating for people.
Yep.
You went to the right of the intestines, under it, and then up out.
Yep. And then I just clean out that the butthole. Now one thing about a duck you got to go back for is
so you're going through the top now. Yeah,
there's a little knob. This isn't a great example, but there's a little knob right here. We'll find another one's a better example. But we call it the quacker. You know, the thing that makes the quack sound. It might not be, but that's what we call it. And so that usually gets stuck right here, so we just go back for it.
Now you're getting the
lungs.
You're digging the rums out of the back rib cage.
Are your hands clean?
And then I don't know how clean you guys do, but that's generally I usually just rinse it out from here and then send it on down the lung.
Ice pack.
Yeah.
How soon can you cook it? Do you give it 24 hours?
I mean,
rigor mortis.
I don't. I also don't do that with the chicken. I mean, I feel like that's not really an issue.
You can cook it right away.
I would, and I might, you know, if you cook it and it ends up really tough, it might be a thing, but I just don't. I don't see that with poultry. I mean, like...
Not these fast-growing poultries.
Yeah, I mean, maybe with like an old stew hen or something.
Now we're rinsing it out, we're done. Okay, we'll put it in the ice. After that, we'll put them in the ice bath to cool off. Here it comes. Nice. All right, Ben, what do you say? Let's get this going now.
Yeah.
You've shown us how to do it. Let's 3 at a time in here.
3 at a time. All right.
Keep those cans full. I hope Ben here is helping dispel the myth that ducks are hard to pluck. Because this is easy. I mean, a chicken would have this much left over on it. Hey, what's your impression, Master, of this raider?
They're big.
Alright, here's the thing. He's been asking me, are the ducks? I said, Durin, you like duck? No. Why not? It's tough. Not this duck. Not this duck. I can't wait to cook him this duck. You cook so much for us, I'm gonna cook for you now.
So how you cook this? Just
I'm gonna have to ask Mr. Google Pants.
like
Slow. Slow and simple according to Ben. Like a roast.
roast
Or a crock pot. He uses it, he'll use it for tacos. What's your impression so far of the beautiful one?
Well, does their bills get really like floppy? That kind of grosses me out, but it's
Yeah,
not too bad.
they do kind of collapse.
It's weird.
Or
I don't know, I hope I like duck. Because you're the one who had it, not me.
I'm gonna cook y'all a real nice duck.
I think it's
Not tonight, but tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, you've done about 4 or 5. What do you think?
I don't like the feathers still.
Yeah, but these are gonna cook right off. What little's left, I think they're gonna cook right off. 20 till 9, and we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. We've already done 3/4 done. I got to milk at 9, so that'll be a stopping point. Arun's getting the water going. Should I tell him to hold up? I'm just realizing you're here. Man.
Hello, second trimester.
When we butchered the
What's that?
chickens, you
Oh,
sat
I know.
over there for maybe 10 minutes and you went right
And then
back
I went
in.
right back inside. Yeah, it stunk too
But-
bad.
but
This isn't too bad.
You're into it.
Oh,
That's good.
I wanna help.
This means that you're probably gonna really like eating these things.
you
That's
really
what this
want me
means.
to. You really want me to like eating these things. If I don't like eating these things, you can still eat them. I will let you. Don't
It's
think
not as
that.
fun without somebody.
Well, the kids will probably be into
Oh, come
it.
on. You'll be into it. Just wait and see. Okay, guys, just so you know, 15 minutes till milking, okay? And then Gideon and Josiah are gonna clean the house. And Lily and I are gonna milk. So that's the plan. I'll go milk, they'll wrap it up. They're gonna be almost done. Then we eat breakfast and then hopefully bag before like noon, 1. We wrapped it up. You got one more in there? That's the last one. So I'm gonna go milk. All right, come on, Jonah. Boy, those cows are ready. I hear them bellowing. We put the little calf in with the sheep, and Mom's wanting her back. In some ways, that's more stressful at first because they can see each other, but they can't get to each other. But over the long run, it's less stressful. Nice mouse catch. All right, so we're gonna herd the mama cows in and the little calf. It's gonna be different because we're gonna try to go down the road. We're gonna try not to use this lane. See if one day we can not have lanes. So we've got little Polly in here, isn't she cute? We're gonna let her over to Mom. We also let moose in, Phyllis's other child. Hopefully he didn't nurse. It doesn't look like he nursed. Okay, so she's gonna run to her calf. Oh, no, we didn't want that to happen. All right, let's get these guys going. Come on. Come on. Flossie came through and went down here. I guess it's habit, so we're gonna just go with that. Let's keep them moving so she doesn't drink all the milk. We could just leave her here, but we've got to tame her a little bit. We've got to handle her a little bit since she'll be a family cow. All right, here we go. So it'd be neat if we could grab this calf before. Yeah, here we go. All right, Jonah, can you get Mom in there? Thank you. Thank you. Good. And now the calf's in here. That's good. Perfect. That was smooth. So this is good. This is her getting handled. It'd be so easier just to leave her out in the field. Bring Mom in, but we got to tame her a little bit.
Sure. How do you do this?
You just grab it and growl.
Alright.
Squeeze.
Cool.
Alright, you ready to do this? You gonna help, Gion?
Then I'm going in there.
Look at all that breast. It's nothing but breasts. A duck.
That has long wings.
It's a huge wing. They do have big wings. And they do have little tiny legs. Big old wings. So we have a duck bag that looks too
Well, it's
big.
a small turkey bag.
Small turkey bag. And then this chicken bag looks a hair small.
So
I'm voting chicken bag.
we'll see which one works best.
Did we get all our ducks on this thing?
All but one, yeah, there's. But I think now it's empty.
Yeah, perfect. Alright.
Nice.
That one looks
You
really
have-
nice actually.
You have gotten good at that. I like the chicken bag, huh?
We're gonna see. I want to see what the turkey bag looks like before I make
Okay.
any decisions.
You poke a hole in the breast.
I try not to actually poke the meat, although I did on that one. I like to not poke the meat.
Oh.
I don't know why. Reason
And
I
then
just
this
don't
is
want to.
180 degrees
It's
propane.
190.
And you just wait until it stops bubbling.
I don't know if
There's
it's
a lot of air
gonna
in that
stop because it's so.
If you
Yeah.
wait too long, it sucks water in.
So, this isn't bad looking either. Whoops.
I like the chicken bag because it's
Okay.
less plastic
Yeah.
flopping around in the freezer. What do you think?
Since you manage all that plastic, I don't. Okay, we'll do chicken.
We're gonna bag them up now, every one of them. But they can still stay on the thing, except that one, it won't stay on there. So let's do it next. Do you want me to do this part?
No, I'll do this part. Why don't you?
They'll do that part.
Can you take them off?
Yeah, I can do that. Well, looky here. We got a wheelbarrow full of ducks. It's funny how long it is. More like a football than a soccer ball. 5 pounds. 5 pounds, 1 ounce. Guys, this was in 7 weeks. This was in 51 days. This is crazy. 4 pounds, 13 ounces. So almost 5 pounds, everybody. If they're not 5 pounds. All right, got them in the cool room. We're gonna let them cool off in here for a day. And then we'll put them in the freezer. Well, we have chicks jumping out. It's because our bedding got too deep. Note to self. You can't let it get that deep or they jump up and over. But no more of that. Guys, let's capture these. My kids and some of their friends. All right, we got all our chickens. 100 some odd chicks. No, I know a few of that, maybe a handful. But anyway, it's the best day of your life right here, guys. All right, guys, you want some new roommates? I'm not sure they know what to think. You just had ducks this morning and now you got chickens. So those are 4 meat geese and 1 guard goose. I don't know how good the guard goose is going to be with all her buddies. She's kind of distracted with them, but we'll see. It's a close confinement, so hopefully, I don't know. That's a big enough bird to kind of scare off any predators. All the sea monsters are already going underneath the shade. Are you heat intolerant? It is kind of hot today, isn't it? Okay, that's it, guys. Hopefully you learned, like me, how to butcher a duck. And listen, if you want that part, out of respect for YouTube and their rules, let's put that in a separate video on our own private platform. I'll leave the link for that down in the description. All right, Ben Grimes, Dawnbreaker Farm. Before you leave, well, thanks for helping us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Before you leave, duck taco.
Yeah, so I think one of the best and easiest ways to cook a duck is to just throw it in a crock pot and just add in your taco seasonings and just let it cook for about 3.5–4 hours on low until the meat is tender, just falls off the bone. Then what we do is we just take it and we put it into tacos with, you know, your cheese and tomatoes and cucumbers, whatever you want to have, and they really just make the most incredible tacos.
Okay.
Very similar to pulled pork, but a lot richer.
I've heard of duck tacos, so duck tacos is a thing.
That's the thing.
Okay, we're gonna make it a thing. Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, we were gonna make
Right?
it. We're gonna make it a thing.
Okay, you got it? It seems pretty
It was
simple.
very easy. I
Okay,
appreciate that.
that seems like maybe that might be the next episode of Burn It Up Cooking Show. All right, thanks, Ben. Are you gonna say bye, Teddy? You've been barking at him all morning.
Oh, sorry.
Now that he gets used to you, he's gonna...
His favorite.
Oh, he can't just sit 6 feet away from you.
No.